Hello everyone, today I've got my deck profile for first place locals for Gundam TCG. I decided to play CB this week because I feel like it's a really good deck at the moment with the matchups, and I guess I'll just get straight into it. So starting with the level 3s, we don't play any level 2s in this deck, just because I don't think and red-green has a low level CB, like a level 2, but it's fine because the first few turns you kind of just want to plan out anyway. So I'm playing 4 of the Gundam X here. You don't have the link because you're not playing purple, but the power of it is just insane, especially playing against like aggro decks that bring out the little guys, because you can just ping something for 2 to destroy it when it comes out if they've got 2 or more units, and then the following turn it has 2 attacks, so it can swing in something and trade. So it's basically like being able to get 2 bodies for 1, or if they don't have any more bodies on board because you've cleared them out, you can swing for 2, either to deal damage to a base or a shield. It can also be rested with like some of the other effects if you just need the body to rest for the turn. So that's the first one. And then I'm playing 3 of this Gundam Curios because when you have a linked, when you have a CB pilot in play, this unit gets AP plus 2, which is really good because it becomes a 4/3 for 2 cost. So especially like even late game, if you want to have like a wide board and something that beats into a shield, or beats into a unit that's got 4 HP, that's a blocker. You can kill a blocker with it and you can still survive because you have 3 HP. So it can be quite a useful card early game and late game. The next one I'm playing is the Dynamis GN full shield, because when you have a CB pilot in play, this unit will take 1 less damage from the first attack that it receives in the turn, or if you hit something else. It also links with Lock-On, and Lock-On's a really good pilot, so this is just a really good card in it. It gives you more low-level bodies to bring out. The last level 3 is this Curios as well. It links with Hallelujah, Hallelujah, like all the Curios do. And it's a level 3, but it has cost -1, so it can be good because it is a free 4, so it's quite beefy, especially if you link it with the pilots. It can become quite a big stat stick. I didn't really use it much in the locals. I don't even know if I brought it out once, but in situations, this can be really useful. Moving on to the level 4s, and this is where the main kind of part of the deck comes in, where some of the best cards are. Starting with 3 Curios. I'm playing 3 Curios because I don't have a 4th copy of it yet, but this card is absolutely insane. Being able to have first strike just non-stop, it's able to link really well with Hallelujah because you can just kill something, not take any damage, and then activate Hallelujah's effect. Not to mention, it's practically on its own a 3/4 because when it's rested, it gains 2 AP from itself because it just says your CB rested units, not other CB rested units. 4 HP is really good, and it's just really, really good card. I'd definitely play it at 4 if I had the chance. Same thing with the Dynamis. I'm playing 2 of this Dynamis because I only have 1 of the structure deck, but I definitely would bump this up to 4 because this card is really powerful. Just during link, getting AP plus 2, and then if it hits a little guy, then it doesn't really matter because it will recover the 2 HP that it takes anyway. Obviously, that means it has to have the HP spare, or else it will just die. But most times, you can find yourself in a situation where you are able to just beat into things and recover 2 HP. And then you've got quite a high attack stat anyway. And you can attack active things as well because of Lock-On's effect. Next, for the level 5s, playing 2 of this Gundam Dynamis, kind of replacing the LR one from the structure deck, but also this card is just really good in its own right. Just having Breach 3, a 4/4 stat line, and it's 5/3 as well, which gives you that 1 extra resource. So if you're going second, you don't want to burn your EX resource, you can play this for 3, pay the 4th to pair or to link it with Lock-On, and you still have that EX resource left over to, have your level, keep your level up, and just have that tempo. Next one is 3 of this Curios Tail Booster. Again, same links, really good. Good stat line, high attack, and just letting you know, your units attack active things is kind of what this deck does, and this is does a really good job of it. This came out a couple times in the locals, just allowed me to hit into things that were a threat that weren't rested. Next, onto the level 6s. This is where kind of like some of the crazy cards come in. So I'm playing 4 of this Kyrios Trans Am. If you get this late game and you have the Alleluia and the Hallelujah in play, this card becomes absolutely unstoppable, having First Strike and Breach 3, just being able to basically clear the board and deal damage to the opponent's shields at the same time is really powerful. Not to mention it's got quite a high stat line. And yeah, I mean, it's just a really good card. I'd probably cut it down to like 3 if I did have like the other Kyrios, because it's lower level, a bit more consistent, but this card is still really good. I also really like this card because it looks like it kind of reminds me of when Hot Rod becomes Rodimus Prime in Transformers. Next, we're playing the Gianama Type D. So this is like Dynamis. Has Breach 3, and then when it's destroyed, it lets you search the top 3 cards of your deck for a unit that's level 5 or lower. So it basically just gives you a free body anyway. Well, not a free body, but it helps to recover your resources, or, you know, dig you into your deck, which, you know, CB has some search cards, but this is just a really valuable card. Not to mention it's quite beefy because of the 5 HP as well. Next, playing 2 of the Gundam Throne Irons. Like I was saying earlier with the Exia, if you bring this out, you can rest your Exias and deal the damage that you would, or deal 1 or 2 damage depending on how many units you've rested, which can be really good, and it's everything on the board as well. So if they're playing quite an aggro heavy deck, this can literally wipe the whole board. Or if you just need that little bit of extra damage just to be able to clear over something, that can be really valuable as well. The 2 HP did come up because it's so low. It was able to get hit by close combat and die. But if your opponent's not playing red, or if they're not playing anything with ping, this thing can just, like, you know, it can break a base. Most bases anyway, because they're 5 HP. But yeah, it's a good card. I think because I'm not playing the Trinity Pilot, obviously it doesn't link, so it can be kind of a brick sometimes, but you can definitely find situations for it, and if not, then that you normally have something else in your hand that you can play for the same cost and price. That's all the units. Onto the pilots, playing 4 of the best pilot in the deck in my opinion, the Hallelujah. This card is absolutely crazy. Gives +2, +1, which is a really good stat line. Helps you swing over things, and because you've got First Strike on most of the units that you want to link this with, having more attack than health is valuable in my opinion. And then, you know, the during link once per turn effect, to when you kill something, look at the top card. If it's a CB card, add it. I'm pretty sure that 45 cards in the deck are CB cards, other than the commands. Everything else is a CB card, which means that you will be able to add it. So it's basically like a free draw when you kill something, which helps you dig deeper into your deck. And also, you know, if you have resources left on that turn, you can draw into something really valuable and then pay the cost to bring it out. So you've basically just got an extra body. So yeah, that's playing Hallelujah at 4. Next, the other side, Alleluia. So this guy's not as good. I would probably maybe cut him down to 2 if I had 4 lock-ons, but like I said, because I only have the 1 structure deck, I'm only playing 3 lock-on, as you'll see in a sec. But this card is still really good. Doesn't let it take damage from anything that's 3 or less AP, which is actually quite a handy effect. And, you know, it does link. It's a level 3 as well, so you can link something early game and just try and get a bit of advantage. And it activates your effects of having a CB pilot and a Super Soldier pilot in play, so it's not a bad card at all. But 9 times out of 10, if I've got an Alleluia and a Hallelujah in hand, I will just play the Hallelujah, especially like if I can early, because it just gets me more cards in hand. But it's still a really good card, especially beating against things that are like low attack. Next, like I said, playing 3 lock-on, letting you hit active things, basically what this deck does. Having +2 HP is quite good for the Dynamis, because he gets, when he's linked, he gets attack anyway. So, you know, having more HP is really valuable. You can make some of your things quite beefy with this as well, even if you just want to use it for the stats, so you can just swing into something and get your breach off, or, you know, anything like that. And yeah, he's just a really good pilot. Next, we're on to the bases. I'm just playing 4 of the Trinity Warship. It's a good card, 5 HP, level 4. Yeah, you can pay 1 to rest something and then ping something for 1, which can come up. It hasn't come up for me yet. Well, it didn't come up for me in the tournament, but it has situations where it can be useful. But for the most part, you know, it's a category, well, it's like a trait base for the deck, and it has a use in the deck, so you can play it. If you just don't really care about the effect, or you feel like it's not as useful, you can just play the 6 HP base. But I think there are circumstances where this is powerful. So yeah, that's why I'm playing it at 4. You don't want to see it too often, but if you do see it, it's a bonus. And then finally, onto the last 5 cards, which are commands. It's 3 of the Tactical Visionary. Mainly playing this because obviously I don't have the 4th lock on, so searching for the pilot is really important. So this just lets me, especially early game, if I don't have a pilot and I'm on turn 1 going first, I'm not going to be able to spend that resource doing anything else. So there's no reason to not play this and just try and see if I can get something from the top of my deck. Yeah, that's basically it, really. It's just a search card, and, you know, there's not many search cards in Gundam, so it's useful to have. And then finally, the last 2 cards are Bridge Crew. I was hesitant about putting this in, but it did prove to be really useful in one of my games. Being able to swing into something that's active, it was just really helpful to be able to, like, you know, slow down the opponent, because, you know, they bring something out and then you attack it when it's active. They didn't even get a chance to attack with it if they didn't link with it, because, you know, it's only targeting something that doesn't have a pilot anyway, so you know they haven't attacked with it unless they've had it out for 2 turns already, in which case you've really slowed them down, because they're trying to build up their board even more and pick up tempo, but you're not letting them. So this card is useful, and not to mention it is a burst, so you can add it to your hand as well, which is quite valuable, because, you know, it just means that it's not just another card in your shields that's just being wasted and going to the discard. But that's basically the deck profile. I really enjoy the deck. I would definitely upgrade it with another one of the Dynamis structure decks, because, you know, that card is just really useful if I can find it. Yeah, this card's really good. You know, the pilot's really good, and definitely get 4 of this Kyrios as well, because, yeah, he's really strong. Just being able to, like, make him, like, I think I got him up to having like 11 attack or something on 1 turn, because I just had so many of the little guys out, and I could just swing into a bunch of shields, and, you know, if they don't have blockers, it's really good. But even if they do have blockers, swinging into active is really helpful. So yeah, that's basically the deck, guys. Thanks for watching.